Hey everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today I'm going to show you my 3DS pile of shame. So the 3DS is an amazing console, and I have a lot of games for it, but there are a few games that I still haven't beat that are in my collection. Today, I'm going to just show you the games that I actually want to beat, I want to play, but still haven't got around to. Yes, I have other games in my collection that I haven't beat, don't really care to beat them. Some of them are just weird pickups over the years, some of them are my husband's games, whatever. Either way, they're just games that I don't really care if I ever play, ever beat, whatever. Before I get to my stack of games here though, please like and subscribe, as well as tell me what 3DS games have you still not gotten around to playing? I mean, it's 2024. Some of these are kind of old now, but hey, I'm still getting to games that are kind of old. First up is a game that I'm actually really excited to talk about because it is a game that I'm going to play soon, so that makes me happy, so hopefully this won't apply to this video soon enough, and that is Dragon Quest VII. Now, I try and play a Dragon Quest game every year, so I only have a few left. This is definitely a priority one for me, so I'm hoping maybe next year I give it a shot. We'll see, because this year I'm planning on playing a different one. But either way, I'm really excited because I recently just got into the series. I mean, it's been maybe 5 years or so, but I mean, some people have been playing Dragon Quest since it came out. I haven't, so for me, it's like, well, let's play them all. All the ones that are available to me in North America, I'm playing them all. Dragon Quest VII is definitely one that's sort of not a black sheep of the series, but it's one of the longest ones. And so a lot of people, you know, don't hold it as highly as some of the others. Everyone, you know, talks about 11 or 8 or 3, even 4, but you don't hear about 7 so much. And I have heard it's a bunch of little mini stories kind of, you know, entwined together, and it actually looks really great. I've never played a Dragon Quest game I didn't like. I even enjoy the first 2. So hey, I'm excited to play this. I don't care that it's a really, really long game, because this version on the 3DS, apparently, you know, they made many amazing quality of life improvements from the PlayStation 1 version. So I'm excited to play it. I don't mind that it's really long. I mean, hey, 11 took me like 93 hours to beat, and so to me, people telling me this is 100 hours, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that's not really a problem for me because Dragon Quest is so fun. Next is a game that my friend Devil May Pie actually sent me years ago, like years ago. I have a pickup video where I did this, and I'm like in my early 20s or something. But that's Kid Icarus Uprising, and it's still sitting on my shelf unplayed, and I feel really bad about it. So I really have to get to this. It looks really, really neat. I'm not sure if the controls would drive me nuts. This is the kind of game that I guarantee you I would put in, and I would probably know within 10 minutes if I like it or not. So one day I should just give it a chance, but I still haven't. So it is one I want to play. I know this is apparently kind of worth something nowadays because it's like one of those big box sets, and I just haven't played it. It looks cool. I've never played Kid Icarus before, ever, and I feel like it's neat enough that it deserves at least me to try it. Here's one that apparently isn't the best, but I like the series, so I think I should give it a chance, and that is Paper Mario Sticker Star. I like Paper Mario a lot, and I haven't played them all. There's a few I've missed over the years, but this one I've been told is kind of iffy, and I've heard some pretty, you know, bleh things about it, but I still think it's worth checking out, because the reason I say that is that Origami King for the Switch got really mixed reviews, and some people hated it. I know people who dropped it who absolutely like loathed it, and yet it's one of my favorite Switch games. I thought it was incredible, so I'm like, maybe I'm in the same camp with this one. Like, maybe I think this is great. Maybe I think it's the worst. I don't know, and that's why I have to try. Keep in mind, a lot of these games are from a time when I started my YouTube channel, and I was kind of just buying stuff because of all the hype and not necessarily because I was gonna actually start them. It was really just like, well, I gotta have content, I gotta have pickups videos. Terrible, really bad, I do not recommend that, but again, these are from like that 10 years ago time when I was doing that, so there are a few games where it's like, man, why did I buy this if I knew I wasn't actually gonna play it? But they are games I do want to play. And so here's one. It's Professor Leighton versus Phoenix Wright. And I remember when this came out and people were so hyped about it, so of course I went and bought it, but I never actually put it in because I didn't commit to it. So I'll be honest here. I've only beat one Phoenix Wright game. I loved it, so I do want to continue on in that series. I've never actually played a Professor Leighton game, but I've heard it's really cool. So this seems like a really great combination. I bought it because of that, but again, I never played it, so it is a game that is in my pile of shame. I need to actually play it, commit, and just give it a shot. Here's one that I want to play mostly for gameplay reasons, not necessarily for the fan service, and I think maybe that might not work, so it might not actually be a good game for me. I don't know, but it's Project Cross Zone. It's a strategy RPG. I bought it because at the time I had played Fire Emblem Awakening and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I love strategy RPGs now. So then I bought this because a lot of people were talking about it. But then, having looked at it, I'm like, there's a lot of, games they're referencing in this that I don't know because I haven't played that series yet, or it's just not my thing. And I think, I don't know, this might not actually be for me. I don't know, but it is a game on my shelf that I'm like, it looks cool. It looks like it might be worth a shot. So let me know if you've played it. Is it worth playing if you don't really know what's going on? I don't know. It's just on my shelf and I kind of figured I should maybe try it someday. So yeah, Project Cross Zone. Okay, this is one that's higher up on my priorities list because it is one I've always wanted to play, and I don't know why I never got to it. Again, that's another video of me buying too much stuff I shouldn't have in the early 2010s. But this is Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Overclocked, and I remember picking this up in a small town and at EB Games because they had it. There weren't any in Calgary, and I found it, and I was like, oh my god, because we were driving out there for some reason. I don't know, we passed this small town that had EB Games, and I was like, oh my god, they actually have that game, and I think I only paid $30 for it, which is ridiculous, because I'm pretty sure this is like a $200 3DS game now or something, so yay that I have it. I just haven't played it. I bought it because I was hearing all the hype about SMT games, and in the early 2010s, I was just starting to understand the SMT series, and it also is a strategy RPG, which looks really cool to me. But the only thing that's kept me from playing it is SMT can be quite challenging, and I'm not that I'm like a noob gamer, but I'm just not into really hardcore challenging games. I'm not a Dark Souls person. I'd rather play, a really chill JRPG, or just normal, like Final Fantasy or something. I'm not into like a really, really hard games, so that's why I've never played it. But it looks really cool. There are difficulty settings, so a part of me is like, I should give it a shot. So yeah, this is definitely one that's higher up on the priorities list. It looks really neat. I like the fact that it's modern day. So tell me what you think about SMT Devil Survivor Overclocked. And another Shin Megami Tensei game. It is Shin Megami Tensei 4. Now, when this came out, this was all the hype. All my friends were playing it. I was so excited because I'm like, ooh, you want to like fit in and be a part of the community. And so, of course, I went and bought it. Silly me, because I've never played this. I kind of know that I'm not gonna like it because it's probably way too hard, and I don't know, it's really dark. I just don't know. You guys know that I like colorful, whimsical games, like Grandia, Earthbound, Super Mario RPG. I like stuff like that. Dragon Quest XI. I like really fun games. This to me is not maybe a fun time in that regard. I'm not in it for challenge, right? I don't ever really play games for challenge. I play for story. So I don't know. I want to know your thoughts on SMT4 because I've never played it. I bought it. I mean, cheap price. I think I paid like $31 for it at EB Games. So, I mean, yay. But a part of me is like, why did I go out and do that? But again, this was at a time when I was really learning about tons of video games. I was getting back into the scene and learning about some of these series that I didn't grow up with. So yeah. Okay, this is one that I actually really do want to play very soon. It looks super cool. It looks like a game I would absolutely love. It is strategy. Geez, a lot of these are strategy. But it's Stella Glow. I recently got it for a Secret Santa gift like maybe 2 Christmases ago, and I'm really excited about it. I'm absolutely excited because I've only heard that it's fantastic. It's a fun, goofy story, and I like that. I do like anime goofy. I like fun stuff. So to me, this looks really silly. It looks super like harem fan servicey, and you guys know that doesn't bother me. In fact, I love it. I love, anime and manga, like love Hina. So, if there's a bunch of girls and one dude, that doesn't bother me. That's actually funny to me. I find that humorous. And so if it's funny and a good time, then this actually looks really cool. And it's apparently getting harder to find. So I'm really excited that I have a copy of it, to be honest with you. But yeah, it looks really cool. Tell me about Stella Glow, you know, make me want to play it even more. So yeah, last on the list is a game from a series that I just have struggled with. I can't seem to get into it, but I know there has to be one for me. I know it. So maybe this is it, maybe it's not, but that's Tales of the Abyss for 3DS, which is a PS2 game that they ported to the 3DS, so absolutely I would want to play this version for sure. And I guess what my deal is I've only played 2 Tales games. So the ones that I've played are Tales of Vesperia. I played it on the Switch. Gorgeous game, by the way. I mean, one of the most beautiful games I've actually played on there, so yay. And then Tales of Symphonia Remastered, which I also played on the Switch. Those are the only 2 Tales games I've played so far, and to be honest with you, I didn't really love them. I didn't like Tales of Vesperia at all. I actually traded it in. I don't own it anymore, so that tells you something. And then Tales of Symphonia, I liked parts of it, but I kept it, but it just kind of overstayed its welcome, didn't really do it for me. So I'm like, man, there has to be a Tales game I do like. I mean, there's so many Tales games. So I'm like, maybe it's this one. The next Tales game I'm realistically planning to play is Arise, because I've been told that it's a little different, and maybe if you don't like normal Tales games, you'll like that one. So I want to see for myself. This is another one I've heard amazing things about. Everyone says it's great. It's one of, you know, the favorites among fans. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta try it then. I've seen clips of it. I've seen, you know, I've looked at people playing it, you know, gameplay videos, and it actually looks like a really good time. It looks fun, but a lot of it comes down to story for me. So it's like, I don't really care if the battle system is great. If it's boring, then I kind of tune out. So have you played Tales of the Abyss? Let me know, and I hope I like it. So that is my realistic 3DS pile of shame. Yes, there are games down there that I have not played, but I'm just realistically not gonna. I just don't care enough, and I probably shouldn't even own them. But either way, these are the ones that are on my shelf that I do feel bad about not playing. I do actually want to play. You guys know me. I beat a lot of games. I truly, you know, take pride in actually finishing and completing my games, because to me, it's sort of like a badge of honor. I don't know, whatever. And I just love that sense of accomplishment. So having games on my shelf that are just like unopened, unplayed, it makes me feel bad. I don't like it. It's a weird feeling. I know some people don't care. I do. I actually buy them to play. So, especially now. Back then, as you can see, some questionable purchases were made, but I'm really excited to actually play some of these again. Some of them are, I'm more excited than others. The number one game on here that I know for sure will end up getting booted off this list is Dragon Quest VII, because I play all the Dragon Quest games, but I only try and play one a year. I don't want to get Dragon Quested out. This is why I try and only play one Yakuza game a year, or whatever. I just don't want to, like, you know, get nuts here with, you know, I guess I could play a million Dragon Quest games at once, but I want variety here. So yeah, that is my pile of shame. Those are games in my collection I haven't beat, but I really, really want to. Are there games in your collection that you haven't played? You feel bad, you really just want to get to them, but you haven't. Tell me what they are, especially for 3DS, because the console to me is like older, but it's not retro. It's like, it's kind of like it just happened, so it's recent enough, you know what I mean? Like for me to call it retro would feel super weird, but I get that some people who are probably watching this were kids when the 3DS came out. I was not a kid, I was still an adult. I was in my 20s playing 3DS, so I loved it, but I was really bad at finishing games and just kind of, I don't know. So I'm trying to get to them now. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video showing off games that I am embarrassed to not have played, but I do want to know, out of my collection, what should I play first? What do you guys like in there? Recommend stuff to me, because it might bump it on the list. If everybody is telling me to play blank, maybe I will. So I just want to hear from you guys. Of course, as always, please like and subscribe. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. It's super fun to me. I love to respond to everybody. And of course, I will see you guys in my next video.